we found Daniel, and he seemed like a perfect fit because physicians are his niche. So he knows all of these issues are not new to him. They were his wheelhouse. We have often talked that like what we do feels so similar. Like Daniel is like the membership medicine primary care doc. He helps you get to the root of the issue and then come up with a strategy.
The very first meeting's like, let's get all your stuff together. And the second meeting's the fun meeting. And they call it that, the fun meeting. Like, let's get all your priorities. And then everything's always then come in the frame of those priorities, which is great.
They tried to get to the root of how we feel about money, our relationship with money, how we as a couple deal with it. And I thought that was really informative, that they don't just care about trying to get a commission. It's trying to figure us out as humans and how to improve our lives through making better decisions. So I was really impressed that it goes beyond just the financial.
I've always been into personal financial planning. I read The White Coat Investor when I was in training. Then I was following that blog for some time and doing things myself. As we started accumulating a little bit more wealth, my wife's also a physician as well. We wanted a little bit of extra help. Plus I was getting busier in my own practice at that time. Didn't have the necessary time, or nor did I want to actually dedicate so much time to personal finance.
There are all these little landmines out there, and you have no idea how to start looking for them. And so that your options are either try and learn it well enough that you can feel comfortable that you're not going to hit those, or just go it alone and hope that you don't hit one of those, not knowing enough to know that you won't, or ask somebody for help. And that third option has been tremendous.
When you start becoming financially more literate and understanding it and feeling like you're making some positive head ground, it just takes a lot of stress off of your mind. And I do think it allows you to focus on your work and even more importantly, your family. But the finances kind of suck to think about. I don't want to spend all my time being worried about, can I spend this? Can I not? Can we go on this trip? And I feel like once we get it set up, then it's just kind of like autopilot and we can feel comfortable going to dinner and different things like that.
There is a thing called task saturation. And if you're task saturated, you're not performing well. And if when you come home from work, even if while you're at work, you're trying to figure out how to meet some financial deadline or what a Roth IRA is, you can easily, with busy clinical practice, become task saturated. And that's going to impact your care.
These really foreign things that I think can be financially pluses for us, but also scary because we don't know anything about it. It seems to be right in their wheelhouse. I brought it up with them and they're like, oh, we've got a bunch of clients that do that. We'll look at the numbers and you can make a safe decision.
We sold our company, our private practice. At that time, we had a large influx of money coming in, and I just wanted to make sure I wasn't making any mistakes at that point. In addition, kids were growing. We have 2 young children and wanted to spend time with them and not be worried about this in addition to work.
Daniel and Jen know about our kids. They know our favorite things to do. Jen, like us, is a big Disney fan, and we're big Disney people. Constantly, every meeting, when's your next Disney trip? Tell me about it. She tells us about hers. And I think she always has that in her mind of like, these people want to go to Disney all the time, so we want to have as much of that fun money as we can. She's always pushing for that, like, enjoy your life, go on vacations, take trips. And I think that encouragement is super beneficial to us as like adults and our kids for just like overall life experience.
My wife and I, we're 2 different people with someone who can relate and find the middle for both of us. So it's something that we both feel comfortable in and both feel confident doing. And someone who's just personable, talkative, and just easy to work with.